What was interesting is it was such a acting exercise doing that character because you don't know what's going to stick or be appropriate in the moment.
Oh, nope, going high. Oh, you got a real sweaty palm there, buddy.
So I did a lot of breathing and sighing and shrieking and squealing, and you just didn't know what was going to work. And then to watch the final product, it's like, oh, he does have a good presence out peripheral, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we should embrace Discuss because she's a protector.
What do you mean we?
When you said protector, I can see Discuss as like an Avenger.
Yes, I do.
100%.
You think that's coming because it is.
Louis, Paul, thank you so much for taking your time with us today. We absolutely loved the movie, and I'm sure so far all the interviews have kind of felt like a therapy session so far.
Get up to a point.
A little bit. A lot of it's just...
He was, but just the weeping that we've done was kind of...
A lot of it's off camera.
Oh, good.
That's what Canadians got to us pretty early on.
That's how we're going to continue that.
We're continuing the Canadian wave right now.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, Paul, seeing embarrassment. Doesn't always take the wheel, doesn't always speak, but always feels present. And I'm curious, like, how did you want to express, those emotions for your character? How did you want to approach that and make that presence felt whenever you're on screen?
Oh, man, I think so much of that goes to the indefatigable animation team behind it. They did so much of that. But what was interesting is it was such a acting exercise doing that character because you don't know what's going to stick or be appropriate in the moment. So I did a lot of breathing and sighing and shrieking and squealing, and you just didn't know what was going to work. And then to watch the final product, it's like, oh, he does have a good presence out peripheral,
Yeah, definitely. You feel that. And I think so much of this movie is you steal so many scenes of this movie because of that. And it's really nice to see.
Well, that's fun, man. It's nice to not have to carry a film like Lewis and Amy. It's nice to just come in and be like, hey, I'm the seasoning salt, not the entree. Nice.
Louis, what we love so much is that anger is this core emotion that kind of drives a lot of us. How would you say Riley's anger has matured since we've kind of met him?
More of a sense of the others, because initially it's like they all just enraged. It was like, what are these other people doing around? And why are they screwing up my day? And now you see kind of a maturing of an understanding of the others. So there's more of a sense of that going on, except when he punches fear out of getting time out. I didn't know that was happening. That really made my day.
Yeah. Love that so much.
How have your own emotions, like how has your own awareness of emotions changed since joining Inside Out? I know, Louis, for you, we were there in the first film. Do you process emotions differently? Are you thinking about them differently now that you've been part of this world?
Well, we were talking about anxiety and the idea of seeing anxiety embodied in a film that at first it felt like Maya Hawke, who brilliantly voiced it. It feels like that character is a villain. And then you see later in the film that they're afflicted by their own nature. And so they're not all bad. It's just inherently the quality. So I to feel both like irritation and empathy for that character kind of makes you want to empathize with the harder emotions within yourself too.
Definitely.
Yeah. And Paul, you have this.
That was a great answer.
I took sketch class too.
Paul, you have this. Do you have any embarrassing moments that you were kind of channeling when you were trying to get into this character? Because I know, for example, Daniel, a lot of embarrassing moments that he channels all the time.
Always, yeah.
He once said, "I love you" during a junket interview, and we haven't been able to live that down.
Yeah.
So. It's funny. The "I love you" thing's interesting. Though I've had that where something in your body it gets trigger happy.
Yeah.
I remember saying it to a friend in middle school, my buddy Brandon Wolf. I was on the phone with him and we're making plans for something. I was like, all right, I love you. And I just realized, I said it because I was used to signing off. When you're 12, the only person you talk to is grandma's on the phone.
Yeah.
And I could tell he was super confused and I was so embarrassed by it. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
That's awesome.
Louis, anger has an incredible balance of just pure rage and also comedy. And I think you balance that line so beautifully. Was joy ever on the table for you? Was joy ever something that you were like, you know what, I think I could do a great job at
No,
being joy?
no, that's not going to happen unless I could have another voice that was commenting on me being joyful. No, and then and then you hear, and after watching, Amy do this thing, that voice. I mean, to nail that is, I mean, it's nearly impossible, and she does it, and so I couldn't do that. Even, I mean, I can't even say what I was going to say.
To that question, though, to that point, I would love to play Anger. That would be a really
Yeah.
If Anger had like a sidekick, I could have also tried to audition for that.
Yeah, just enraged. Yeah. Sure.
How do you personally, when you're working on a film like this, how do you find that balance though of leaning into the rage, but also wanting to bring something comedic and something that people will relate to?
It's the thing that you learn after we play anger. You're not angry. If you're angry, you're just, people get put off by it.
Right.
Playing it, it's different. And the breakthrough for me as a comic was when I realized that I had to express the anger, because I was essentially, I hadn't really found my comedic voice was being angry and frustrated, but I hadn't really nailed that. And so it was finding that, so what I was doing was sitting on my anger, which is the worst thing you can do, because they're just watching you, and it gets to be creepy. and once I let it go, then it became easy to really figure it out.
Now, this obviously the first Inside Out film has been this beloved movie, and obviously this one is going to be just as beloved, if not more. Who are you most excited to show this movie to and share this experience with?
Anybody who will pay a lot of money.
Yeah, okay, good.
All the people I can get. Anyone out there, bring as many people as you can.
Buy a rope, not a credit card.
Yeah.
We're going to do a forgiveness program just like student loans. I'm excited I have a 3-year-old son and a 1-year-old son. And, right now it's just like a mobile. It's just like entertaining them by way of color and movement. But someday it'll, maybe when they're 9 and 7 or 9 and 11, it'll hit a little harder. It'll be cool to see them react.
Yeah, amazing. Well, guys, thank you so much for sharing your time with us today. We had such a blast, and we're so excited for more people to watch this movie.
Oh, great. I'm glad you liked it.
Thank you.
Yeah, send my love to Toronto.
Of course.
Tony and Lisa, thank you so much for taking your time with us today. We absolutely love both of you so much as well.
Thank you.
I feel like all these interviews you guys have had so far have been kind of like a therapy session so far.
Accidentally.
Yeah, that's amazing. Tony, for yourself, we got to start off with you've been in the Pixar world before with Forky, now going to Fear. What emotions do you think live in Forky's head?
Ooh. I mean, it's a clean slate.
Yeah.
Like, he's experiencing everything for the first time. He's asking a lot of questions. But I do love, Gabby Gabby, the evil doll. I love that he didn't label her. He didn't see her as evil. And he was just like, I think she's got pretty hair, and just started brushing her hair. So he was just always, he didn't have labels. He was just always a clean slate.
Love that.
Good vibes.
Yeah,
Very good, really good vibes.
Joy, I would say, right?
He had a lot
Joy.
He had a lot of joy.
Childlike joy.
Lisa, disgust, I think, drives us more than we care to admit sometimes.
Yes.
So I'm curious, why do you think we should be all embracing our inner disgust more?
Oh, I think we should embrace disgust because she's a protector. I mean, all of them are. All of them are there, sadness, to protect us or to build us up or to point us to where we need to go. I'm talking about envy. So disgust is a protector. I mean, we were talking about in the last one about where has disgust affected you in your life. And it's if you meet someone and maybe there's just something that is off-putting, you're probably picking up on something.
Yeah.
And then there's the tactile of like, don't eat the food that's spoiled or step on the dog.
When you said protector, I can see disgust as like an avenger.
Yes, I do.
100%.
You think that's because it is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. You've been living with these emotions for so long now, and you're in this
Long time.
Yeah.
Before this.
Before this movie? Interesting. Okay. I wasn't sure what emotions were until I saw it.
Yeah.
But now, would you say your awareness of emotions has changed since you kind of joined the world of Inside Out?
Yeah, I mean, Inside Out was not just my favorite anime. I mean, it was like one of my favorite movies of all time. And the way that they teach you to have compassion towards your feelings rather than try to push them away. For so many years of my life, I tried to push them away. And just to kind of bring them to the table, like embrace them that scene around the sense of self, when they embrace, it's just like, that's what we should be doing, you know?
Yeah, we should be integrating them, listening to them, and learning from them.
Yeah.
With envy in particular, you know, when I was growing up, you're such a negative, you're jealous. But no, it's teaching you what you want in your heart. You know, the trick is to go for it on your own and not want to snatch it from the person that you're, you know. But it's a teacher. They're all teachers and protectors.
So I know in the world of Inside Out, obviously there's so much talk of core memories. And since joining Pixar, I know you've probably been asked this a lot today about your core memory, but what was that moment for you when you joined Pixar in this world that you were like, this is something that I'm never going to forget?
Do you have one, Tony?
I mean, I know, I immediately think of like when I was doing 4Q in Toy Story. It wasn't until I heard my voice in the trailer that I thought they didn't fire me. Because the whole time I was like, oh, they're going to replace me. They're going to replace me. So that core memory of when I heard my voice in the trailer and I was like, oh, I'm in a Toy Story movie. You know, because until then I was like, they're going to replace me at post. Yeah.
My mother came to all of the sessions, and Kelsey, the director, was there, and Mark, the producer, was there. And my mom said, Kelsey's a great director. He brings out the best in people. And she did an impersonation of him. So I did the impersonation of my mom's impersonation on Kelsey for Kelsey. And he fell on the floor laughing.
Oh, that's
amazing.
Yeah.
That's absolutely amazing.
So I'm sure your mom is the first people you're going to be showing this movie to.
Yeah, Mom and I saw it last night.
Nice.
She's out in the hall with,
She's one of 9 kids.
yeah.
Wow.
And the ninth of
A
night.
lot of
Yeah.
emotions.
That's 9 emotions.
That's many. And many.
Well, thank you both so much.
Thank
for your time.
you.
We absolutely love talking to you. And we love this movie so much.
Oh,
Can't wait to
so
watch
sweet.
it over and over again and cry.
Yes. Over and over again.
Over again.
Yeah, a lot of crying.
I love your pens. I love so much. Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It was lovely meeting you.